sa magkakaibig. Saan na mapatungo ang mundo kung hindi kikilos laging ganito? Saan na mapatungo ang tao kung walang nagaganap na pagbabago? Magbabago, lahat ay nagbabago. Magbabago, walang nagpipiti sa pagbabago. Sa tulga ng mundo, nagbabago. Ama kang magsisilang, ama kang magsisilang, ama kang magsisilang, ama kang magsisilang. Nagbabago. Naglila ang hinabang bayan, busabos ng dayong lilot mapanlinlang. Tamayan mo ang inang kinapos manan na namamalimos ng awasan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you see, we edit a lot of videos every day, so we don't get much time to answer emails or write long proposals for clients. Until we found
When I was oriented, or when they briefed me about development problems in Bohol, one of the identified needs was for the Boholano, for the Boholano community, to strengthen its own sense of pride.
We were in a way empowering our people, their participation in governance. They must have a say in governance. We invited several leaders in the community to come together to have a participatory discussion. And so from a very small group, we expanded to bigger groups. We were able to come up with a vision for the province, and that is to make Bohol a prime eco-cultural tourism destination in the country.
when the vision was articulated by the provincial government at that time as ecotourism vision, I said, what does that mean? I think the most important resource of culture and tourism is our people, okay? And that means culture. We cannot strengthen the external edifices or the externals of tourism without strengthening the Boholanos' sense of respect and revaluing of its heritage. There was a need to refocus the minds of our youth onto the positive aspects of our culture.
The Lubok Children's Choir continues to reap national and international recognition. Many of these children come from modest families and might not have had the opportunity to be exposed to different cultures. They now travel to different parts of the country and even to China, Hong Kong, and the United States. The Bohol Teen Theater League, composed of 600 high school students from various drama groups, was formed to use theater in raising cultural awareness in schools.
Nganong mingito man eh? Kabaho! Iko ka ginawa! Nay! Abang nay! Aga! Ang ako hubag nay! Lo!
Drama is really fun. You know, you enjoy with friends, and then it's nice to hear people commenting on your performance and then saying that, oh, you're good. So it's really a nice feeling.
For me, drama is the best way to express ourselves about what we feel. Because sometimes drama is so realistic that you even get your character to yourself, that it made you cry and somewhat like that. That you can hear comments from your friends, from your family that, oh, you're good, that somewhat like that.
When the program started, there were no drama groups, for example, or dance groups that were doing regular dance programs. Okay, now there are 2 to 3 schools in the community that are doing a regular training program. And the best of this is the Diwanag Dance Theater that has a regular dance program that is now based in a cultural office in a university. That wasn't there before. We put into place a yearly summer program, and this is what's called Bansay Setting Init. Okay, and this was it means a summer training program in the summer.
Workshops were organized to enhance the skills and creativity of Bohol's budding artists.
We requested the collaboration of many institutions from Manila and from the region to come to Bohol and to share their expertise in the different fields. I brought in PETA, the Cultural Center's dance program, the Dagyao Theater Group from Iloilo, the visual artists from Manila, the different creative writing centers of the different universities to give continuing or regular workshops in Bohol.
The Sandugo Festival became a more meaningful and creative expression of Boholano artistry, making the celebration truly unique to Bohol. Seven years of pioneering work finally bore fruit. The influx of tourists in Bohol reflects the program's success and spurred economic activities in the province.
We highlighted heritage sites that were obtaining in Bohol, and and revitalize these sites as venues for cultural practice or artistic events. No? For example, a church, no? Aside from just bringing visitors to the place and ogling at them as monuments, no? We develop interactive processes so that the visitor can react to this and can really appreciate it in its proper context. We would put dramas, concerts, poetry readings, dances within the environment of the cultural heritage site. It could be a watchtower, a concert in front of our watchtower. It could be the back of a church. It could be inside the church. So the place is not just a mute testimony of past gone by, but it's a living testament of the cultural genius of the people at this particular time.
Okay, sige.
The program exerted conscious effort to address and mitigate potential environmental and social impact associated with increased tourism.
Yes.
Bohol has a very strong stance on environment. We look into how these endangered species endemic to our province are protected, and also how our environment also is factored into all facets of Bohol's development. Like for example, the tarsier.
Okay lang yung background ko.
In our civil society who are saying a tarsier should not be near the area where the tourists go. But we were also saying that this tarsier are also protected by the very businessmen that seem to be cashing in on them. So they're putting up a home similar to their natural habitat. So they are domesticated tarsier, but the ones that are producing are in the sanctuary, and these are the ones that are not supposed to be disturbed and taken out of their habitat.
So when we speak of tourism, of itself, it is good. But we need to place tourism at its proper perspective. It is not the perspective of the first world, it is the perspective of the third world. It is, in particular, the perspective of the Boholanos. So that tourism will serve us, not that we become of service or that we bring ourselves to the level of servitude of the tourists.
In the first place, our concept of tourism is not a vision in itself. It is for us a strategy to reach a level of quality of life that is culture-based. In the first years, we were into really training or developing local groups, no? Either in the communities or in the schools. After 5 to 6 years, you have a harvest of groups or trained individuals that can be now part of our province-wide network. And this is what we call the Bohol Arts and Cultural Heritage Council.
Now, because of awareness building and sensitivity raising, the Boholanos were given a chance to build up, to strengthen their pride of place. With the pride of place, the Boholano can now look at himself not only with pride, but also can look at himself with a sense of accomplishment, with a sense of positive self-image and self-confidence.
It has developed the awareness of the Boholano people, including the common tao, on their rich cultural heritage and the history of the province. This awareness has enhanced their sense of pride, identity, and history.
The most pressing challenge, I guess, is sustainability. You really see a change in the heart amongst all Boholanos eventually, as the years go by, and this will be very good for Bohol.
There's still one more video.
Karong buntaga mga kapuso atong ilailahon kini usa ka bul-anon bisan sa taas nga pangidaron gipanikamutan gyud niya nga makahuman og bachelor's degree. Taliwa ninyo mga kapuso bisan ubay-ubay na siya og na-accomplish sa kinabuhi, musical director, composer og nagkupot na sabni siya og lain-lain nga mga posisyon sa NCCA National Commission for Culture and the Arts. Makauban nato karong buntaga Sir Lutgardo Luza Labad. Good morning, Sir Lutgardo, Sir Gardy. Welcome to GMA Regional TV Live. We're so glad to have you this morning. Kumusta, sir? O congratulations sa imong nakabot unsay gibati nimo, Sir Gardy.
Ay, daghang salamat, Sir Sereno. Of course, I'm so overjoyed, so excited that even at this age, nakamit ko yung matagal ko nang pinapangarap at pinapangarap ng parents ko. Kaya sabi ko nga, nako, salamat mama, papa, pinulungan niyo ako para kayo nandun na sa itaas. I'm sure happy kayo na naabot ko ito.
Let's talk about your journey first before getting this bachelor's degree, Sir Gardy. Because naka-eskwela naman ka before, sir, pero wala lang nimo natiwas. Unya, as you were saying, sir, ang imong mga accomplishments, imong mga nakabot sa kinabuhi mo na ni ang nakatabang nimo or maka-earn good sa imong Bachelor of Arts in Literature and the Performing Arts.
Major in theater. First, I started my college and high school sa seminary sa Manila. Okay? Then, when I was in the seminary, I was so attracted to theater, nakita ko ang PETA, ang Philippine Educational Theater Association. Then, this is what I wanted because I was a musician. I played the piano. My parents were musicians. So, I left the seminary and I enrolled in UP sa mass communication because I also wanted to be a movie director. Okay. Pero ang training ko sa drama sa PETA, the Fort Santiago Theater, under the founder, Mrs. Guidote. And I founded myself because this is going to be my life, sabi ko. I found that the theater and the arts is so important in the development of people, sa creativity nila, ganun, no? So I stayed with PETA for 25 years, no? But in college, I continued to pursue my studies, pero nakafocus ako sa drama and I needed also money to make my family survive. So nag-music ako, nag-compose ako. So I stayed in the UP campus, finishing the first year hanggang third year. So hindi ko natapos yung fourth year. And then from that time on, I also worked a lot with the NCCA, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. Ang raming programang napaka-importante. So, nakalimutan ko na yung pag-aaral kasi nag-aaral naman ako para doon sa mga ginagawa ko. Nagtuturo na nga ako, nagbibigay ako ng workshop. Dapat magkaroon ng buhol ng isang paaralan para magkaroon ng dalubhasaan sa music, sa drama, sa mag-arte.
Sir Gardy, anong dream mo para sa industriya natin sa Bohol in terms of arts, theater, culture, music?
Okay, dapat masuportahan ng gobyerno, no, ang arts. Kasi di ba ang arts, parang palamuti lang, magkaroon ng Mr. and Miss, magkaroon ng Miss ng gano'n, magkaroon sa piyesta. Hindi siya core. Dapat makita nila na arts is a core program, it's the soul, it's the spirit of a country. That the arts is the heritage of the country. So there should be a program na yung ating arts mapreserve, ang ating arts ma-revitalize, no? Mga kuradang namin, mga sarsuela, mga indigenous culture, yan, nandito kasi ang kultura natin. Dapat ngayon, meron tayong isang struktura na ipapakita yan, meron tayong isang paaralan para mas maraming artist. Kasi ikaw, artist ka, I'm sure, kasi nandiyan ka as an announcer, di ba? Media specialist ka, arts yan. The way of expressing yourself.
Just to cap this off, sir, kay pasensya, limitado atong oras sa television, coming from you sa imong istorya, sir, labis paghatag nimo og premium gyud sa imong degree sa edukasyon ug sa imong nakab-utsab sa natad sa arts and culture. Kung doon na kay gustong ipaambit nga mensahe sa atong mga viewers this morning, Sir Gardy.
Mga kabataan naman, at saka sa mga artists, kill yourself, do not lose hope, no? There's always a gold mine sa bawat isa, ilabas mo yan.
Okay, kabataan, maski 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, yung youthful creative spirit nandyan sa loob mo, and it is our duty to let it grow para talagang maging total human being tayo and to share that sa community natin.
All right, with that, we'd like to thank you. Daghan kaing salamat sa inspirasyon ug pagpaambit sa imong istorya karong buntaga. Makapuso institusyon na gid siya sa arts, dili lang sa Bohol apan sa nasod usab. Sir Lutgardo Labad. Daghan kaing salamat, sir, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Daghang salamat po.
So, Sir Gardy, you can already show your audio and your video, so we can get started. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our avid fans, our followers in Facebook, our those who are watching us, joining us synchronously on this pleasant Saturday, the Ninoy Aquino Day. It's a holiday in Bohol, but we are very pleased to talk and that Sir Gardy Labad, who we presented earlier in those videos, has allowed us to speak to him, and especially about today, the value of education and the value of cultural, the Master of Arts in Cultural Education, where he is enrolled in. So without further ado, may I introduce you to our distinguished panel, the one who is not the panel, but the one who will be in the hot seat today. Many people were asking whether he is teaching at HNU or what he is doing in HNU, because he is on the hot seat for In Focus today. So, and we will tell you why. We showed you the different videos. So welcome to In Focus. In Focus is a series of virtual panel discussions and conversations about current, recent, up-to-date, relevant information to our students, parents, stakeholders, the administration, faculty, and staff of Holy Name University. So this morning, we have Sir Lutgardo Luza Labad. He's in focus, and we will be talking to him about the value of education and the value of enrolling in, especially in the Master of Arts in Education, in cultural education. So that is what he's in for today. He is not a teacher, he is not staff, he's not faculty, but he will tell you later why he is here. So good morning, Gardy.
Magandang umaga, mayong adlaw, good morning, bonjour.
Yes, wherever they are.
Takot naman, hot seat? Bakit hot seat?
It's just a joke. It's a standing joke in focus that those who will be in focus, discussions about their particular fields, their particular interests are asked questions. Anyway, so without further ado, let's deep dive into conversations with Sir Lutgardo Luza Labad. He is he gave me a break in acting. He discovered me at 50 plus in Teatro Porvenir and gave me and gave me a breakthrough and a cameo role in Teatro Porvenir and in Octubre 15 and all those other, like little works in arts and culture. So, Sir Gardy, tell us about yourself more than what have been shown in the video shown earlier. Yes, sir.
What part of myself? That's 70 years of my life.
Okay, we've already shown in the... I
Ano?
know. We've already shown a lot in the videos you're directing and so on and
Oh,
so forth.
did they watch
Uh,
it? Kaya,
I hope, but stuff that, you know, the highlights of your life leading you to why you are in the in focus today. Actually, the very essence of and the binding force structure of today is about the value of education, why you value education, why you finished at how old were you? And
70.
and your current linkage with HNU this semester. Yes.
Sige. Naku, kakasya ba ang 20 minutes dito? Okay. Pagkakasyahin.
Okay.
Anyway, maraming salamat sa mga nakikinig sa akin. I'm sure marami na kayo nakarinig na ng buhay ko. So, pero kayo, bibilisan ko na lang. Para sa akin, ang pinaka-core kung bakit ako nag-decide na mag-aral ng master sa edad ko ay because may napangako ako sa aking mga magulang sa yon na magtatapos ako. Okay? So, at 70, at 68, wala pa akong degree noon. No? Pero meron akong degree, I will tell you later. Pero gusto ko matapos kasi talagang binabangungot na ako ng mga nightmares mula pa nung mga 30, 40, 50 years old ako ng mama at papa ko. Kung sabi, parang sinasabi na magtapos ka, mag-aral ka, ano ba yan? Kung saan ka pumupunta, wala ka pang degree. Okay? So mga when I was 60 years old, naghanap ako para sa equivalency ko, nakita ko ang Liceo de Cagayan University. Meron silang arts program doon in the performing arts. Napakaganda ng proseso ng mag-equivalency. No? Yung mahirap kasi dadaanan mo lahat ng pinagdaanan mo, gagawa ka ng summary na maginawa mo to prove that you're worthy of an AB degree. Diba? Meron pang panel. No? Nag-defend ako ng buhay ko ng aking mga ginawa sa isang panel ng mga theater directors. Pumunta pa sila sa Bohol noong 2019 para tingnan yung ating festival. So, and then they say, okay, pwede ka nga mag-AB. So, binigyan ako ng AB. So, tingin ko that was a great achievement for me because I really, ang pinaka-importante lang sa akin nun, na nakalma ang aking feeling na unhappy ang mga souls ng aking mga parents. Okay, so I was also fulfilled with that. Okay? It gave recognition. But I was really preparing also for Bohol with the provincial government, with the NCCA, with our network of theater groups. We were really preparing for something higher in what we have achieved from Bohol. We wanted to really have a school for the arts. Okay? Ang tawag namin ngayon dyan ay the Bohol Arts and Cultural Heritage Institute. Nagsimula na kaming magkaroon ng partnership, mga meetings na yan with Holy Name University, with UB, with BISU, no? Para magtulungan, para magkaroon tong school for the arts. Of course, sino makakausap ko dyan? Kasi siyempre mga people with degrees, mga PhD, mga MA, sino man akong makikipag-negotiate sa kanila. At para talaga ma-professionalize ang arts sa atin. Di ba? Saan pumupunta yung mga talented natin? Sa Cebu, abroad, sa Manila, para maghanap ng further training sa arts or may training sila rito after high school, wala na. So nawala, pumunta sa SPA or sa mga senior high school and they end up where? Sa call centers or kung saan-saan pa, nursing, lahat. Kasi yung kanilang gustong passion, walang way for them to professionalize it. Kasi maski sabihin natin meron tayong tourism industry, cultural tourism industry, eco-cultural tourism industry, paano mo ihahanda ang iyong workforce kung hindi sila trained para pang-manage sa isang eco-cultural tourism program sa province? Diba? So ang dream namin, ang dream ko, ang dream ng province, ang dream ng diocese, ay magkaroon ng isang training ground for the arts. Isang eskwela kung saan ang mga artists matitrain sa iba-ibang klaseng arts, sa music, sa drama, sa dance, sa literature, sa heritage. Okay? Paano mag-manage ng cultural tourism? It's the first time sa region, kasi walang ganyan sa region, na kung saan matututo ka. This is not a dream, kasi nakita kong nakita ko itong totoong nangyayari. Saan? Sa Bali. Alam nila governor yan. Nakapunta sila sa mula kay Governor Rene, Governor Edgar, Governor Art. Alam nila kung ano yung model ng Bali. Okay, kung saan nagpapalabas gabi-gabi ang mga artists, ang kanilang mga crafts, andyan lahat. Okay, nagpapakita ang pagkain, the whole tourism industry is organized, pinapakita ang heritage nila, pinapakita ang contemporary expression, pinapakita ang creative industries. Pero anong background nila? Nag-aral sila. Meron silang institute, merong AB, may MA, may PhD sa bawat region in Indonesia. At ang pinakamaganda sa Yogyakarta, sa Surakarta, at saka sa Bali. So, pag tinatanong ko sila, saan ka nag-aral? Yan. Ano pinag-aral mo? Dance with pride talaga. O, ano pinag-aral mo? Literature. Saan? Yan, sa ASTI ang tawag nila. The Central School for Training. And gabi-gabi, nagpapalabas sila. Kumikita sila. There's even one community of artists who perform daily to tourists in a beautiful theater sa Bali Agong. Okay? About 150 every day kumikita sila because they are performing and they are schooled. Ang saan sila school? Ang kanilang mga masters doon nag-aaral sa ASTI, pero yung mga bata, meron silang community schools. So training is so important. Eh sabi ko, dapat mag-aral pa ako, mag-aaral kami ng mga artists. Okay? Kining mga kasama ko sa Kasing Sining, sa Diwanag, sa Lobok Children's Choir. Okay? Imbis na teaching lang, imbis na nursing lang, kung ang passion nila ay arts, they have to have the professional training. At since that is training, dapat alam nila ang tatawag nating pedagogy. Paano mag-train? Paano magturo? O saan ko mag-aaral ng ganon? O, the Holy Name. Ngayon, meron yan. Ang tawag dyan ay Masters in the Arts in Cultural Education. Paano ka magtuturo na ang kultura ang iyong content? Ha? Ang iyong paano ituturo ang kultura, ang arts. Okay? Hindi lang mag-aaral ka ng dancing, hindi lang mag-aaral ka ng drama, ng film, paano mo ituturo yan? At hindi lang disiplina ng art, pero ang kultura ng iyong lugar. Paano mo gagamitin ang kultura mo as content and process sa pedagogy? Yan sinatawag na sa isang kurso, isang subject yan, culture-based pedagogy. Paano ka magtuturo na hindi mo ginagamit ang totally Western methods, but are beautiful practices sa ating indigenous people, sa ating mga cultural masters, kung saan magagamit mo ang kanilang wisdom, sa kanilang creative intelligence, ang kanilang patterns of doing. Pero gagawan mo ng curriculum. Paano mo gagawan ng curriculum? Pag-aaralan mo yan. Mag-aaral ka ng iba-ibang mga research methods. Okay? Pero hindi pwedeng nagdi-dream ka lang. Di ba? Kailan alam mong tamang ginagawa ko. Dapat marunong mag-planning. Dapat alam mo na ito ang iyong target, itong outcomes mo. Ano kailangan mo? Statistics. Di ba? So, maski bulok ako sa math, bulok ako sa statistics, gagawin ko. Mag-aaral ako para ba maging magaling ang aking pagtaya sa ating pangarap. Ngayon, yan yung ating dream. Kaya ako nag-enroll ngayon dito sa Masters para makagawa tayo ng eskwelahan. So, inaanyayahan ko lahat yan mahilig sa pagtuturo. Alika, sumama kayo. Hindi ba ako lang ito ang ating gagawin, ang pangarap para sa Bohol, magkaroon isang pamantasan, isang dalubhasaan para sa sining at kultura sa Bohol. Bakit ako may ganung passion? Ito na. Dito nagsisimula ang fast biography ko. Okay. Ikaw talaga, Madam Vera. So, nagsimula ako sa ngayon at future. Pupunta ako sa past. Ako po ay isinilang sa Malate, sa Manila, pero ang parents ko ay taga Bohol. Taga Baclayon, taga Giwanon, taga Poblasyon. Pero yung mga taga Giwanon pumunta na sa Mindanao, kaya maraming labad sa Mindanao, sa Orquieta, sa Osamis, sa Plaridel. Okay? Yung mga lolo-lolohan ko. Pero sila, napakalaki ng roots nila sa music, sa simbahan. Ang lolo ko po, ang nagturo sa akin ng piano, violinist siya. Bandmaster sa Orquieta. Nung maliit kami, lahat kami 4-5. Nasa piano, tinuturuan ng solfeggio with a stick. Okay? At ako lang ang tumuloy sa music. Nakapag-aral ako ng music. And ng grade 6, ako, gusto kong magpare. Sabi kong gano'n. Oh, kasi ayaw ko kasi ito nakakatawa. Ayaw ko mag-ROTC. Okay? Ayaw ko mag-PMT. Doon daw, wala daw PMT at saka nagugustuhan ko yung mga colors na kaparian, di ba? Nakikita ko habang nagmimisa noon, nakatalikod. Ang ganda-ganda, napaka-theatrical. Ganon. At saka that time, nag-aral din ako sa St. Paul's College, mga grade 1, grade 2, sa St. Paul High School, St. Paul Elementary School. Nakakita ako ng opereta. For the first time in my life, ay, kumakanta. Ang ganda-ganda ng costume. Gusto ko yan, sabi ko. So, nandun na para ba, at saka mother ko, magaling magpiano. Si Mama Nena. Birthday niya ngayon. So, this is my gift to her.
Wow.
Being with you, Vera Villosino
Yes.
Lucite. Okay, Mama Nena's 94th birthday. He's already in heaven. Simba kami kay auntie ko. Okay, sa Baclayon Church. Okay? So, kanina, yan, naiyak na naman ako. Kasi mahal na mahal ko ang mother ko. Kasi siya ang nagturo sa akin kung paano mahalin ang tinatawag nating heritage. Wala akong kaalam-alam sa heritage. So, ano ba? 7, 8 years old. Ang nagustuhan ko, yung pagpapiano niya. Kumakanta siya ng madaling araw, ng pakiusap, habang nagpapiano. Diyos ko, ang galing-galing. So, doon, na-imbibe ko yung feeling, the passion for music habang lolo ko nagba-violin, ang father ko trumpeter din kasi yon, nakikinig, tapos ako nagpa-piano, tapos may choir sila, may banda sila sa Malate, gumawa sila ng band sa Malate. So I was reared in the atmosphere of music. And there was a time na nagko-compose ako. Pagpasok ko sa seminaryo, nakita ako ng mga kaparian na marunong. Ginawa akong choir director, ginawa akong church organist. At the age of 11, 12 years old, first year high school ako sa seminaryo, can you imagine, nagbabakasyon ako, sabi, Gardy, we want you to study Gregorian chant and church music. Ha? Saan? Sa St. Paul's. Nawala ng aking bakasyon, kinuha ako at nilagay ako doon sa St. Paul para mag-aral ng church music, Gregorian chant, conducting lahat. At 12, at 13 years old, nag-enjoy ako. So at that time, I really enjoyed how to train, I really wanted to teach even then when I was still small. Tinuturuan ko. Nagkakaroon ako ng pisara, di ba? ng blackboard. Tinuturuan ko aking mga kapatid. Kunyari, nag-role play. Gusto ko magturo talaga. I feel so fulfilled in sharing things with people, with my brothers. Ganun din nangyari sa seminaryo. In love ako sa mga teachers ko. Tinuruan ako mag-organ. I was being taught how to play the organ with the best organist at that time. Pero sabi ko, habang nasa loob ako, parang hindi ang buhay ko pagkapare. Sabi ko ganun. Parang gusto ko magmadre. Diba? Joke lang. Pero feeling ko talaga, hindi ako for the blessed life of the priesthood. Pero gusto ko yung mga arts, yung mga kultura, yung aking mga teachers, mga Belgians, mga anti-American. So, early in my life, napaka-anti-commercial ako. Anti-American kasi wala daw mga art ng Amerikano na yun at that time. Okay? So, I was reared in Bach, in Mozart, in Beethoven. Wala akong kaalam-alam sa mga natural heritage, mga ating indigenous. But at 5th year high school, college, nasa major seminary na ako. Bigla na lamang nakita ko sa isang newspaper, may workshop on the arts, on theater, ang PETA. My God, ano yan? Magtuturo daw ng acting, theater, gano'n. Ay, palagi ako na-attract sa training. Gusto ko mag-aral talaga palagi. Okay? So, humingi ako nung isang summer, pumunta ako kasi nagdi-direct na rin ako seminaryo ng mga Macbeth, mga parts of Macbeth, parts of Murder in the Cathedral. So suddenly, nag-workshop ako. Sinong teacher ko? Ang aking dakilang mother for the arts, si Madam Cecile Guedote at that time, Alvarez, married to the former senator who is now in heaven. Okay? Wala. Ang first workshop ko, akala ko mag-script. Suddenly, it was a big introduction to what is to be creative. Okay? Creativity. Kasi seminaryo, siyempre, di ba? Di kahon lahat ang galaw namin, di oras doon. Suddenly, I could be fire, I could be stone, I could be tree. Ganon. Ako palagi ang model. Oh, God, ipakita mo what your fire study. fire study ako, fire study, sound, music. Nagre-release ako, na-unleash yung aking mga pent-up desires to create, to convey poetry, magpe-painting kami. I saw suddenly the value of the arts. Because baka ang arts ang aking vocation, hindi ang religious life. Di ba? So, or yung missionary life. So, ang sharing ko hindi siguro sa religion, sa arts. So, I left the seminary. Okay. And nag-join ako ng PETA kaagad at nag-aral ako ng mass comm sa UP. Okay. So, that's another part of my life. So, sa theater, natutunan ko ang paggama ng theater, pag-acting, pag-directing, pag-designing. Pero, ano yun, na walang formal education. Ang ginawa ni Cecil sa amin, every year, ang gagaling ng mga artists pupunta sa amin from Germany, from America, from France, from Poland, tinuturuan na kami. Ako naman, good student palagi, sinusulat ko yung syllabus. Ako lang nagsusulat ng mga syllabus nila, kung paano gawin. Okay, yung pedagogy, kasi gusto kong ituro yon. Alright? Pero nakukuha ko sa PETA ngayon, sa mass comm, doon naman ako na-expose sa mass media, sa television directing, pero kumukuha rin ako ng music electives. So yon, that whole process, hindi ako nakatapos sa UP, sa mass comm, kasi palagi ako nasa theater at gumagawa na ako ng music sa pelikula. So, pag fourth year ko, nawala na ako. Dinala na ako sa Amerika, dinala na ako sa Europe. Pagbalik ko, suddenly, kailangan kong mag-survive, kailangan tulungan kong family ko mag-survive, papaskulahan ko mga kapatid ko. So wala ang aking pag-aaral, pero ang huling ginawa ko roon ay isang thesis research, no? Which is the Integrated Arts Workshop, ang bitaw ng PETA. Hindi ko natapos yon. Nandun lang ako sa thesis 1. So yung buong buhay ko, ang paggawa ng thesis na yon, kung saan ko tinuro yan. Nagturo ako sa Holy Name, 1972. Doon ko pinractice yung thesis na yon. Nag-direct ako dito noong 1972, panahon ni Father Ortiz. Okay? At saka sa Holy Spirit, di ba? Nag-direct ako ng musical yun, Showboat, at saka yung tao. That whole thing, no, was so beautiful. Thank you, Holy Name. Sila Father Ortiz at that time. No? Sila Andoy Galyare sa mga actors ko diyan. Sila Richard, uy! Yan mga actors ko diyan. Alright? Sila Apalisok, they're all there. Sila Cindy Logarta. Okay? Ang acting sila Marky Alunan, mga kasama ko diyan. So nagbubuo kami ng culture namin sa Holy Name na yan. Okay, then bumalik uli ako. For the next 20 years in PETA, we'd spread the theater across the country and abroad. In that whole development ng pedagogy na yon, I was the head of curriculum and pedagogy ng PETA. Kung paano ituturo ito sa iba-ibang levels. Okay? Na wala akong degree. Okay? It was really the passion. At siyempre, marami akong natutunan. Pagbalik ko rito sa Bohol, kasi nagkasakit ang mother ko, binalik ko na rito at ayaw ko na sa Manila, no? So sabi ko dito na lang, nakita ko ang Lobok Children's Choir. That was the turning point of my life. Kasi nung panahon ng 1972 nandito ako, napaka-backward ng Bohol. Diyos ko, hindi ko madidream na mag-aaral ako at magtuturo ako rito, mag-stay ako rito sa Bohol. Diyos ko, paggabi walang nangyayari. Ulit-ulit na lang kami. No? Talagang para sa akin, it was still I'm sorry, no? That was my, ang alam ko lang sa Bohol noon ay ang Chocolate Hills, ang Baclayon Church, ang Ube, at ang Browas. Yun lang ang alam ko sa Bohol. 1972 yan. Kaya I could not dream na matitira ako rito. Nung nakabalik ako rito, by a miracle, napunta ako rito. So, nakagawa na ako maraming pelikula at that time, maraming directing nga. Hindi ko pupunta lang ako rito kasi dadalhin ko lang mother ko dito sa Bohol. Okay? Kasi lalabas kami, pupunta kami sa USA. Ayoko na sa Pilipinas. Gusto ko nang yumaman. Gusto ko na maging greener pastures. That was 1995. Okay? So, biglang, sabi ni mama, punta muna tayo sa Baclayon kasi 400 years ng Baclayon Church. Ang Diyos ko, paano aking visa? Paano tayo pupunta? Sige na, de. Pumunta kami rito. Pagkatapos, habang nandito kami, wala akong magawa-gawa, tinawagan ako. No, this is something na I have to tell you because this is the change in my life. Okay? Ayaw kong, hindi ko talagang maisip na nasa Bohol ako at that time, 1995 yun ha. So, habang nasa Bohol ako, tinawagan ako ng isang direktor ng pelikula. Gardy, nandiyan ka sa Bohol? Oo. Halika, punta ka muna sa Manila, mag-compose ng music. Ha, Cristo, yung kay Matt Ranillo. O sige. Punta muna ako sa Manila habang nandito ka. At least may kikitain tayo para dalhin sa Amerika. Okay? So, sandali lang kasi kami rito, December 8, no? November ito. Pumunta kami ako sa Manila. Nagko-compose na ako. Mayroon ako assistant na conductor. Sabi sa akin, Gardy, sandali lang, may pupuntahan akong contest. Anong contest? NAMSIA. Sige, dali. Hindi ko alam. Yung NAMSIA na yun, yung Children's Choir Contest. Okay? So, pagbalik niya kinabukasan, Gardy, congratulations! Bakit? Nanalo ang Bohol. Saan? Sabi kong ganon. Sa NAMSIA, ang Lobok Children's Choir. Ano yung Lobok Children's Choir? Taga Lobok. Saan yung Lobok? Diyan sa, hindi mo alam, wala ko alam. Alam mong sinabi ko tungkol sa Bohol, huwag kayong magagalit. Pero yan ang talagang learning ko. What good can come out of Bohol? Napaka-backward ng Bohol na yan. At that time, ha? So, sige, titingnan ko kung sino yung Lobok na yan. Okay? The choir. Okay? So, sabi ko, paano mananalo yan? Wala naman alam sa music. Ganun ko. Napaka-ignorante ko talaga, no? Pagbalik ko rito, pista ng December 8 sa Baclayon. Pumunta kami, nakatulog ako after the mass. Nakatulog ako, kasi umulan hindi kami makauwi ng mama ko. Kasama ko mama ko. Biglang nakita ko sa dream ko parang mga batang maliliit. Pinigilan ko, I tried to wake up, nakita ko mga batang pumapasok. Tapos nakasalikod nila, nakalagay ng NAMSIA. Sabi ko, Doy, kayo ba yung Lobok Children's Choir? Sabi ng bata, yes. Okay. Kayo yung nanalo. Opo. Saan yung teacher nyo? Ayun po. Yun ako sa labas. Galing sa isang jeep, bumababa. Yun si Ma'am Alma Taldo. Hindi ko pa kilala noon. Ako, exposed ako sa international conductors. Di ba? Na ang dapat ang dating pag maglakad pa ganyan. O mag-conduct parang ganyan. Nakita ko, bakit parang napaka-school man? Parang gano'n. Parang humble na humble. Ganun. Ma'am, kayo ba ang conductor ng choir? Yes. Okay. Pwede yung marinig yung sample ng choir? ang sabi niya sa akin, sino ka? Para ako nasampal, sino daw ako? So, pinakilala ko, taga Baclayon ka. Anong apelyido mo? Ganito, mother ko ito, si Mama Nena Luza. Luza? Ay, ano ba si Ani Luza? Ay, auntie ko yon. Ha? Ay, first cousin ko yon. Sabi ni Ma'am Alma, ha? So, nagkapalagayan loob ang mother ko. Halika na, makinig na tayo din. Sabi ni Mama ko, makinig na tayo sa choir. O sige, pwede ko marinig kayo? Okay. So, alam mo, nilagay ko, walang katao-tao sa simbahan, ha? Nilagay ko sila sa gitna ng simbahan. Sige po, makinig po ako. Pero in my mind, how can this choir from this whatever town it is produce music? Ano alam nila? Ako nag-aral ako. Diba? So, ayun na. Anong gusto mong kantahin namin? Sabi ni Ma'am Alma. Bahala kayo. Without any show of pride, no? Or mga modest, napaka-modest. Meron kaming alam na meron kaming classical, meron kaming folk music. Sa isip ko, tumas ang kilay ko talaga. Sabi ko, sige ma'am, anything. Classical, meron kaming Mozart. Nako, I couldn't believe. Sabi ko, I know. Mga simplified, mga unison music. Nagsimula na silang kumanta. Okay? Nandun sa harap ng altar, nagkumpas na si Ma'am Alma. This is my conversion. And this is the truth of the whole life conversion ni Cardinal Labad. After 10 seconds, Vera, 15 seconds, umiiyak na ako. Ang ganda-ganda naman ito. Sabi kong ganda. Saan galing ito, ma? Ang ganda-ganda. Sabi ng mother ko, oo nga, wag na tayo umalis dito. Dito na lang tayo. Teka muna, pupunta pa tayo Amerika. Sabi kong gano'n. Tapos iyak ako ng iyak, "Ma'am, ang galing-galing niyo. Saan ba kayo galing? Lobok? Saan ba yung Lobok?" Yun. So from that time on, napamahal ako sa Lobok Choir, nagtulungan kami, nadala natin sila kung saan-saan, at magtutulungan para maging eskwelahan. So yung passion for music, for the arts, and then napasama na ako sa province, natayo natin ng SICA, natin ng back council. Pero ang dream ko talaga magkaroon ng training center dito sa Bohol, no? And meron tayong plano for a regional cultural hub, no? Care of Congressman Chato at saka ni Governor Yap at saka the Arts Council, may Arts Council na tayo. Pero anong kulang? Nandiyan yung mga artists, nandiyan ang Arts Council. Wala tayong eskwelahan. Wala pa tayong salidahan, isang theater, kaya meron tayong hub. In 2 years, matatayo na yan sa Banat Hill, ang Regional Cultural Hub. Meron tayong theater, may gallery, at may museum. At meron tayong Back Institute na gustong magpapatulong din tayo sa diocese, ang Holy Spirit School, magiging parang classroom ng mga artists. No? Pero ang programa, paano mo gagawin ang programa? Kailangan ka mag-train ng mga artists. Kaya dapat meron tayong faculty development program. Kaya nandyan ako ngayon sa Holy Name University para mabigyan ako ng mas karagdagang kaalaman kung paano magmamanage ng isang curriculum, magde-develop ng curriculum, at magmamanage ng isang eskwelahan. Pero hindi ko yan kaya mag-isa. Kailangan ko maraming kaklase. Okay? Pwede ba? Yung mga maski na 40 kayo, 50 years old, 60 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old, kung gusto niyo magturo ng arts, no? Samahan niyo ako, dahan-dahan natin build this dream of having a professional school in the heart of our beloved Bohol. Ayan.
Wow, thank you very much. Very heartwarming to hear your story, Gardy, having seen you in all that development.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Dadagdag ko lang, isang nakatulong talaga sa pag-shape nitong mga dreams na ito, yung pag-develop ko ng isang theater company rito. At ito yung Kasing Sining, di ba? Yan ang aming practice laboratory ng mga young artists, no, na gumagawa ng totoong plays, na maganda ang play, magandang acting, magandang directing, magandang scenography, magandang music. Meron na tayong grupong yan, ang Kasing Sining. Alam mo yan, Vera, nakasama ka pala sa amin. Okay, meron tayong mga direktor na. Ang namamahal ang direktor na. So, ako tumatanda na binigay ko ng aking mantle of leadership sa mga kabataan ito, headed by Jerry Aguilar. Nandiyan sila, may mga production manager na tayo, sila Charo May, nandiyan mga light designer. Pero kailangan nila tulong pa para maging professional ang grupo yan. At marami pang grupo sa Bohol. Okay? So, kailangan marami tayong mga grupo kasi tourism eh. Diba? Kung gusto natin whether digital or physical or face-to-face, no? Kailangan natin ng training, especially sa technology ngayon ng new normal. So, yan, hindi ko na kaya yan. Kailangan natin mag-create ng isang movement to professionalize the arts in tourism, the arts in education, the arts in governance, the arts in development.
Wow, thank you very much. And I'm really very inspired to know that you really pursued your college degree. And so I hope that all those who are, have decided not to enroll this school year or to, drop out of college, that they really decide to get back and enroll, finish, pursue their college courses, and then more than just that, it's for those who are professionals already, who've already finished their college degrees, to like the teachers that were doing that cultural mapping with you, right?
Yes, yun pala.
Yes.
Isang magandang project namin, the Department of Education, is the culture mapping of all the 47 towns in the one city, Tagbilaran of Bohol. So natuturuan natin sila kung paano mag-cultural map sa isang bayan, sa isang lungsod, ano yung mga heritage doon na dapat i-develop, dapat i-preserve. That's one part of this kind of education, getting to know where our heritage is, how we can help it evolve, revitalize, innovate, and transform the whole cultural landscape. No? Itong programang ito, hindi lang tayo ang katulong dito, ang magagawa nito. Makikipagtulungan tayo sa mga national agencies of culture nasa sa fortunately palagi natin kasama nandiyan ang National Commission for Culture and the Arts, ang Cultural Center of the Philippines, ang DOT, ang DTI, even abroad we have UNESCO. We are now in link with the South Korean Institute of the Arts, di ba? So this is such a mammoth, a gargantuan dream, no, na talagang dapat sama-sama nating pagtulungan.
Yes.
And I'm
So,
very happy. The Holy
yes.
Name University is taking a big stride in investing in the artists, in people who would like to develop arts and culture in the province.
And for offering that the higher education, the MA in Master of Arts in Education, major in cultural education, which you are enrolled in. So
You want to know what are the subjects in that para ma-excite sila?
yes.
Okay. Paano magturo paano magturo na ginagamit mo ang arts, no? Cultural pedagogy. Ayun. We will review Philippine arts, no? Ano yung Philippine arts? Kasi I'm sure buhol arts ka, nahirapan tayo. Kasi hindi ito pinag-aaralan para itong humanities, no? Philippine arts, music, drama, literature, lahat. Timeline yan, okay? Kasi yun. Cultural mapping, pag-aaralan natin yan. Okay? Issues in culture, yung mga problema natin ng commercial arts, no? Sa yon, review of Philippine history and heritage. O, di ba? It's so exciting para ma-equip tayo with understanding arts and culture. Pero, meron ding subject na culture and governance. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Paano natin, hindi pwedeng mga artists lang, dapat ang mga lahat ng mga lungsod natin magkaroon ng mga arts councils, magkaroon ng mga arts organization. Paano yan kung hindi alam ng mga local government kung paano mag-develop ng cultural program? Kaya meron tayong culture and governance. Okay? Meron tayong culture and development. Paano magagamit yung mga kultura sa mga PO, sa mga NGO, para meron din silang way sa mga communities mag-develop ng kanilang mga arts program. Napakaganda ng kursong yan. Okay? Mga media-based, paano mo magagamitin ang media naman sa iyong trabaho? O, di ba? Yun.
Kaya natatakot na yung teachers mo. I'm just kidding. Oh, Gardy is enrolling in my class. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so for all those our Facebook viewers live synchronously and asynchronously later, and these audio files will be also aired in the YJR, and our video files will be uploaded in our HNU YouTube channel. I hope that your life, your story, will inspire all those that are still wavering on whether to even enroll in college right now in the new normal in this pandemic times. Everything is online, but there are still those that are not have dropped out or are not enrolling in college. So I hope that you will be an inspiration to them, and other than that, it's also to inspire, invite the teachers and the other interested like our cultural heritage partners to enroll in the Master of Arts in Education, MAED in Cultural Ed. So enrollment is still ongoing at HNU. The classes we're supposed to start today, but since it's a holiday, it's every Saturday and it's online. And it's via Google Class, and we have Google Meet. Some of the teachers opt for Zoom or Google Meet, but with Gardy here should be an inspiration for everyone to be enrolled in the class. So are we expecting other like our friends in the arts and the culture to enroll with you, or have we already multiplied you? I walk you through the enrollment, and are we expecting others? I heard that
Yeah, I hope they
Beverly.
will join me because they were also very, very interested. No, for example, isang supervisor na sa DepEd, si Ma'am Donna Datahan.
Yes.
No, narinig niya about this. Ay, enroll ako, Gardy. Sir Gardy, sige, kaya may kaklase ako, mag-isa lang ako diyan. Si Ma'am Emmy Roslinda,
Yeah.
ang former head ng process, executive
Wow.
assistant. Kaya, sige, interesado din ako. Si Jonas Areno, interesado din. Okay?
Okay.
I'm sure pati sila Maymay, sila Jerry, they all maraming maging interested kasi kailangan natin pare-parehong ating perspectives, di ba? Pare-parehong ating pag-iisip kung ano ang kultura, kung anong vision natin. Okay? Kasi pwede din gumawa ng isang eskwelahan na nandiyan ang mga teachers sa music, pero importante, paano mo ituturo yan? Okay? Ano yung pedagogy na kailangan? This is a special. At paano mo i-develop yung plano? Okay? Kasi alam mo, ang gusto ko talagang thesis, no? Sa totoo lang, ay isang omnibus plan for the cultural development of Bohol for the next 10 years. Hindi ko kaya yan, pero maski yung pangarap ko na yan, kailangan ko may kasama ako. Of course, hingi akong tulong sa province, sa diocese, kay Father Ted, kay Father Val, lahat, para mabuo yan. No? Kasi parang blueprint, para may guide talaga. Tapos, pag ako'y pahintulutan pang mag-PhD, yun na. Ang Academy of Philippine Arts, no? Naka-based sa Bohol.
Wow, thank you very much. I remembered that a few summers ago, you and some of our teachers started the culture. Was this a special program for NCCA or what?
PSEP. Yeah, that course kasi. Kaya naka-offer ang Holy Name University ng masters kasi yung course ng NCCA was part of a master's program.
Right.
No? It was supposed to be a 2-year program. Pero yung 1-year program, in-split sa 2 summers, it is called a graduate diploma course in cultural education.
AGDCE, yes.
Ibig sabihin, they already have the first year's subjects and they were scholars. No?
Right, right.
Ang understanding nun, ang MA na yon, yung the other half of the whole course, the university now will offer so that the university will give the degree to that student.
Right.
Okay? Marami nang nakaapag.
So I remember, yes, I remember that I helped you with Albuquerque teachers, Panglao teachers, and I think several of them already graduated.
Yes, oo. So ngayon, at sila ay members din ngayon ng ating mga editors group, no, sa cultural mapping. So, ganun. At ngayon, the Holy Name, because of that, is offering the whole course na.
Right.
No? Imbis na palagi may NCCA pumasok, yung mga na-train na, no? Sila Ethel, di ba? Sila Mary, si Faith, no? Sila Bidjo, who was our coordinator, no? Sila na ngayon ang nagbibigay ng mga basic courses. At binuo na ng Holy Name para mabuo yung masteral program.
Right. So, thank you very much for, everything that you have done. And I am really proud and honored to have you today and even work with you in different capacities in various projects that you had. And I'm happy that I met you at the dean's office on Monday and gave you the fast lane to enrollment, and that you really agreed to do this today because
for helping me go through the enrollment process.
Monday is the last day for enrollment, and so we are.
Naman ako.
And yes.
Sandali. May I make an announcement tonight at 7 o'clock? May streaming ng NCCA SUDI Awards. It's the first national music award for musical awardees, mga people in the arts, in music, no? Merong awards for the first 10 years, yung 2000 to 2009 and 2010 to 2020. Okay, awarding ceremonies ngayong gabi. And the Lobok Children's Choir is an awardee, okay, ng NCCA for the first SUDI Award. So please watch it. Nasa Facebook at 7 o'clock tonight.
Facebook, which account in Facebook so we can make
NCCA,
that announcement?
NCCA,
Okay, the
okay.
NCCA Facebook page, National Commission for Culture and the Arts. So they have to like it so that they can be informed when they go live. So are there other things that we missed to tell them? My questions that I wrote here.
If I may be allowed to help promote some of the projects ng Back Council.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please
if you
go
notice,
ahead.
ang rami-rami mga activities nang ginagawa for the youth, no? The Back Council is in league with the Youth Development Office ng province, and they're doing a lot in terms of training them in the arts and sports. You know, importante kasi ang youth development ngayon sa context nitong pandemic era, at saka talagang dapat natin pangalagaan ang kabuuan ng ating kabataan. And the arts play a very great role there. So please, pag may mga announcement na tungkol sa mayroong workshop, ngayon may mga dula, please don't hesitate to contact yung mga ating artists diyan. Nandiyan si Jerry Aguilar, nandiyan sila Luke Gallares, nandiyan sila Evox, no? Ang rami nila mga programa para sa arts and development ng kabataan. So that's non-formal, informal kind of education that will help buttress what they are learning online palagi, di ba? So that will balance off the other development in their moral spirit, in their creativity. Isa yon. Tapos, there's also being, the province is also has, I think they have launched the contest for Kasadya. Ang contest at the end of this year, di ba? Ang Pastores at ang Belen. No, big prizes, at saka napakaganda ito kasi lahat ng towns are being asked to come to participate. This is, I think, the 3rd year, at saka it's growing and growing, and this will show the creativity of our youth under the aegis of Governor Artiap and the Back Council. Please connect mga towns sa office ng Governor, sa SICAD, to the headship ni Sir Romulo Tagaan. Okay? So yon.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any upcoming concerts of the Lobok Children's Choir or the Soul of Blaze? Is that a DVD?
Isa pa yun. Yun. Tingnan mo. Ikaw pa nakaka...
I follow you, Gardy. I follow you.
Okay. Dalawang grupo ang nagkaroon ng 40th year anniversary this year. Una, yung Lobok Children's Choir. Pangalawa, ang Dimiao Children's Rondalia. Okay? With the driving inspiration of Father Val Pinlac, who is now in Spain. Inuwanan kami. Okay?
In Italy.
Lagi din siya. Alright? Nagkaroon tayo ng malaking projects for these two groups para ma-solidify ang legacy nila. Okay? So, hopefully, magkaroon sila ng sustaining program, may eskwelahan din. Okay? Ang maganda rito sa Soul of Place ng Lobok Choir, gumawa kami ng 10 na kanta. Original compositions of Boholanos, pero in-interweave namin ang kultura natin, kinakanta yan ng Lobok Choir. And this is going to be commercially sold in beautiful USB with a beautiful box.
Okay.
Kulang ang Fab Lab, ang DTI, na, ang Crisander, para ito talagang maganda. So, in a month's time, this is open, this can be sold, this can be bought through Spotify, kung online, pero may magagandang souvenir items with the USB on the choir. Meron din ganung similar plano for the Dimiao Italia. Okay? Soul of Place Project, ang kaluluwa ng isang lugar, meaning ang kultura ng isang lugar.
Okay. Wow, thank you very much. Is there any chance and hope that there will be other like a season of Teatro Porvenir? That's my favorite.
Hopefully.
On November 13th.
Nagsimula na tayo ng sa Punta Cruz, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung Quincentennial Voices. Ngayon, piniprepare ng Kasing Sining ang isang advocacy play on mental health. No? And baka kailangan karoon as nanay or ano. Noon, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng season of plays. Don't worry. The theater committee and all other committees will be announcing the projects for this year.
Send me the script.
Ayan na. Sasabihin ko kay
Send
Jerry,
me the script that I can
considered as
read.
one of
I'm
the
just kidding. Okay, we
coming
have a
words.
lot of viewers. Our Facebook page actually, Guardi, has 26,000 likers and 27,000 followers. And you have a lot of messages here from people that are watching. Rachel Mender is watching. Ethel Doria. Maximil Barrete Baldo is here. Ethel Doria said, amazing dream that's soon to come true, Sir Gardi.
Picture
Blair
ko yan.
Ligan. Blair Ligan Panong says, love you.
Blair from
Lutgardo
DTI.
Luza, Labad. Yolita Lilet Sagosa Sarabia said, you are a gift.
The city division ng
Yes, you are a gift, Sir Garden. Rachel Bete
tayong
Mendez
lahat, we are gifts
said,
to Bohol. Let us use this gift.
congratulations. Yes.
Okay.
Mary Tudor said hello.
Yes, Kate yan.
Con Cruz is watching. Ethel Doria is watching. Jonathan Cabal is watching. Hello, Dr. Faith Barrete, Mary Tudor. Ethel Doria is saying. John Luigi Sumailan. There's others that are watching synchronously live and a lot more later. Asynchronously because this will be on the Facebook page forever, YouTube channel, and our
Digitally
DYJR.
forever.
Yes. So Gardi, because the time is you said hour. Okay, almost an hour.
Meron pa akong meeting.
Basically, yes, I basically said asked you everything. Why? What's the value of education? This is the list that we talked about. Tell me about you, the value of education. Why enroll in cultural MAED cultural ed? We've already tackled that. But my last question, and I'd like to close with this. Your message for our viewers. Final closing message for our viewers.
Okay. Paano ba? Ano closing message? Of course, I'd like to invite you to join me in this next journey of mine, entering the master's in arts degree in cultural education. Okay. No, it's a MA in education, major in cultural education, where we will all study how we can really mobilize the arts for governance, for education, for specialization in the arts, and para magkaroon talaga ng mas malalim na pag-unawa at pagpapahalaga sa papel, no, ng arts, ng sining at kultura sa buhay nating mga Boholano. Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng kurso nito. Bibigyan tayo ng tools, ng technology, ng pamamaraan kung paano masasanay tayo sa paglilikha ng mga pamamaraan sa pagtuturo, no? Para malinang tayo sa concept ng edukasyon na ginagamit ang kultura at ang sining at ang arts. No? Sa yon. Pangalawa, nagpapasalamat po ako sa lahat ng tumulong sa akin, na lahat ng gumabay sa akin all these 70 years, from my grandparents to my happy birthday, Ma. This is
happy birthday. Yes.
And sa lahat, mula sa PETA, mula sa NCCA, mula sa CCP, mula sa Bohol, ang provincial government, ang city government, hindi ako nag-iisa sa paglinang nito. So una kasama ko si Father Ted, sa diocese, ngayon si Father Val. Ewan ko sino susunod na pare naman makikipagtulungan sa atin, di ba? Ang Department of Education, di ba? Ang Department of Tourism, ang Tourism Board, lahat yan. Ang concept talaga ay how to learn also how to develop partnership. Okay? Kaya nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng partnerships na nabuo natin na para mabuo ang ating mga pangarap na ito. Okay? Ang rami ko ng mga labada, ang tawag namin labada, hindi pa matapos-tapos kasi mag-isa lang ako palagi. Kailangan kong tulong, halika tulungan niyo ako para matapos ang iba kong mga labada. Okay? Para makagawa ng iba pang mga pamamaraan. Okay, so I'd like to thank Vera for this opportunity. for me to share what has been very deeply ingrained in my heart and in my soul. The love for the arts, the love for heritage, the love of our faith, and the love for people. And it is really this, sabi nga sa akin ni Ma'am Alma, ang pinaka-importante ay ang Diyos, ang kapwa at pagmamahal. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Alma. Yan, naiyak na ako.
So thank you very much for being so gracious to share about your life and your life story. I hope that we have inspired all those students, future enrollees, and not only for college, but to finish their education, but all those that are still wavering, deciding on enrolling in the MAED Cultural Ed program of Holy Name University. So the last day of enrollment is on Monday. Call me if you need an extension. No, I'm just kidding. But to enroll, you just go on https mis.hnu.edu.ph/admission, or you may check out our website www.hnu.edu.ph. Follow us on Facebook like you're doing now, or we also have Twitter. It's Holy Name Twitter is HNU Bohol. Instagram is Holy Name University. Our YouTube channel is Holy Name University, and our website is hnu.edu.ph. So thank you very much, Gardi. I love you, and you
Love
are a
you
gift
too.
to Bohol. I hope to see you in HNU, whether online or offline, but I hope to hear the updates about your classes for the semester and
Thank
the
you for
others.
everything, Vera.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father
so much.
Dudes. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you,
and
Juanito. Thank you, Sir Roque. Thank you,
yes,
Bidjo, sa lahat ng tumulong para makaaral at makapag-aral din ako.
yes. Okay, so thank you very much. Do I still need to play the other videos, or
Ayun, you can
okay
still
na?
play them.
Okay, sige.
Siguro
So
baka teatro porvenir,
yes,
whatever.
yes, I'd like to play that because that's my favorite also.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Okay, bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Gardi. My name is Lutgardo Luza Labad. I'm from Bohol. I'm the theater director and founder of a newly established drama group called Director of Kasing Sining, which means drama group that does art with a heart. Teatro Porvenir is the name of our first play as Director of Kasing Sining. It's Spanish, Teatro Porvenir. It means theater to come, theater of the future. Teatro Porvenir 1, which is Act 1, portrays the life of our national hero Andres Bonifacio as an emerging poet and a theater director. He developed Teatro Porvenir as his response to the theater of the time. It is also the title of the plays that we are producing. It's a dramatic biography of his times and his life as a theater artist. But on a bigger level, it represents our aspirations. No? This is what we want our theater to be here in Bohol. A theater that will speak the language, that will use our heritage. From the very time I was here in Bohol, I was always enamored with the idea of making theater in the cockpit. I always saw it as, wow, it looks like the arena theater of Shakespeare, the Globe, and all of those Elizabethan kind of a theater. If you're in this theater, the audience is surrounding you, almost 3/4. You're in very close contact with the audience and very close communication. You could hear their voices, their reactions a breath away. And you don't need all of the so many lighting equipment which many auditoriums require. You need just a basic sound and lighting facility. So I've chosen the cockpit because of that. Cockfighting is very popular in the Philippines. Almost every town, every province, they have all their own cockpits because cockfighting is still being practiced. There is now a national law saying that there will be no more cockfights in the provinces, in the towns during the weekdays. So suddenly there was no business here in this cockpit. And I found that as an opportunity. I talked to the owners, I told them, this is a beautiful place for drama, for culture. Could you let us use it for some time to profile, to model that it can be in the future, a potential tourism icon, a tourism venue. So we are now renting it for 2 months, only for the run of Teatro Porvenir. Now, if we have proven its viability and feasibility, that people will be so interested to do this, to let it continue, then we will be again on a planning board. We will seriously negotiate again with the owners of how to really run this, transform this to a more sustainable, continuing cultural venue for tourism, for education, and as a real part of our community lifestyle.
I think the setup kind of works well with the play that we're doing. It connects with the culture of the play, because cockfights have been around even before the Spanish came, and we've been doing that a lot. It helps me to be at home with the audience, because when we get down to the first level, we're basically at the same level of the audience. It helps us connect more rather than just them down there and we're on top of the stage and they all have to look up. It feels more intimate having them surrounding us, and it also keeps you on your toes because they're not just all up in front. You have to guard your movements on this side and on that side because they can see everything.
I have been in Bohol for the last 17 years. I'm now 64 years old, but before then I was in Manila, where I studied, where I grew up and became a professional in the music and drama industry. I was hired by the Bohol government to be their first cultural officer, and that was in 1997, because they saw the importance of arts as a medium or as a pillar of genuine people's development. I was telling them, your vision here in the province is what we call ecotourism. It should not only be ecotourism, it should be eco-cultural tourism, because the real major asset of our province are our people. Its talents, its creativity, its history. It's not just, of course, the churches, you see, the folkways, the custom, the structures are part of it, but it's our people. And when I became the leader of this provincial center for culture, all my experience in training, in performance, in production, in networking, I used all of them to make Bohol really a cultural destination, a cultural mecca also for other Boholanos to come back and really help Bohol. That's our vision here, to really amplify, to mobilize these inner resources of our people and help them realize that there is such a thing as inner resource, and you could find them and we could help nurture them, these different talents in music, in art, in drama, and through this we could really find genuine development among the communities. So that's why I'm here.
Sir Gardy's vision of this production is not just the play itself, but the venue. He is adamant to not bring it out yet because it's not just the play, it's the fact that he converted a cockpit, which is a place of, well, gambling and a lot of death of fighting cocks. But also, it's a place where one culture can be used to promote another culture. The culture of cockfighting to become a place of theater and so on. And so he's trying to prove how a simple grassroots place like this can be used to bring what other people might consider high culture to the masses. So very Shakespearean in his vision.
One of our main agenda is to really develop that pride of place, pride of our country, pride of our local customs, pride of who we are. No? Even if A part of it is already westernized, but really looking at our roots and our identity. And really relooking, redefining, reinvestigating our own history and culture. Because there are many parts of our history that has not been properly told. By doing plays about our own history, then these heroes, these struggles, these issues and concerns about who we are could be further enlightened or be enlightening to our own youth. Like last night, what did the teachers say in our own language? I was so happy, she said. I brought my 2 to 3 children, they didn't sleep. She was afraid they would be bored to death. But 8 years old, 10 years old watching and say, Mama, it's history. I could understand this better than reading our history in the classroom. That's what he said. And that's really that's the power of art. Make things alive so that you understand better. And that is what I think is our vision for our communities, to make really art and life part of our development.
I think where this is headed, especially with the comments we get every night from leaders in different organizations and in the community and people in government, that they are willing to support this and that we have a cast of mostly young people, people still from high school, people in college. I think we can make this concept stick by having people come here instead of us going out there. I think the plan is not just to throw the talent around that, hey, we have Boholanos with this talent, but rather come over to Bohol and see how it works there. And maybe this can be a model for other theater companies, other community efforts elsewhere in the Philippines, that, hey, your spaces which are not used very well, maybe you can repurpose them for a higher purpose and bring people in to be educated, to be uplifted, to have more culture in their lives.
This is not the end of the dream. This is just the beginning. This is just the birthing of this dream. So help us realize this dream for the next so many years.
Theater of the Future, Teatro Porvenir by Director of Kasing Sining.